I'm here with Tammy Miller, who's the chair of our Lloyd subgroup, which has been one of the most exciting groups within the E&S Joint Working Group. She's with Southern Cross Underwriters. Tammy, tell us, you've had a lot of active participation. Lots of London folks have come to this meeting. Tell us a little bit about your objectives for Lloyd subgroup and the progress you think we're making.
Well, initially, my goals were to open that line of communication between the London and the U.S. markets, and I think we have certainly accomplished that with the last few months and having discussions over the phone. But the key was this meeting, having so many of the Lloyd's brokers attend and having the cover holders face-to-face with them in a room. We all now have a better understanding of the confusion. There's definitely a language gap between the interpretation of what London perceives the bordereau premium reports to be versus what our cover holders, and where we all struggle with the systems. And
so tell us, what so far have you done, what products have you been working on that Lloyd's has developed, and how that's been going?
Well, Lloyd's has released the ER3000, the risk level bordereau, in 2009. In October of 2010, they released their premium reporting standard, the Accord standard for the cover holders. And February of 2011, they released the Claims Accord bordereau standard for the cover holders and the TBAs. To date, what we've accomplished, we have dissected the premium report, reviewed every bit of the data requirements, have a better understanding, and we have actually even had our first proof of concept. Now we're able to, based on that, able to develop the systems with that understanding to produce the reports. And we've had our first proof of concept with one of the major players and the vendors in the cover holders community to produce those.
Now, what's it going to mean to you as a general agent if you can get your Lloyd's brokers that you deal with to accept these forms? What's the positive impact that's going to have within your operations?
Time, money, and resources. So much time is spent analyzing and keying and rekeying data into an Excel sheet to provide the required format. With the buy-in standard, we're able now to have the system vendors develop it and manage it. So it's always been there. The data's there, but due to all the various requirements and formats, it's been difficult for us to get the systems to do something they already should have the capabilities to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've always had to go out externally to develop this, and now with the buy-in and with the first person proof of concept, they can clearly see how easy it is. The data's there. Let's use it, and let's manage it and produce it.
And you were also a key player in the round trip that was demonstrated today of moving data from the retail agent to the general agent to get it rated and policy issuance and so forth, and you made the comment several times, it's allowing you to stay in your system and actually use your system. Tell us a little bit about the round trip and where you hope that goes with all of the business partners you deal with.
It's huge. I mean, everybody knows what the direction the industry has taken, especially with technology. Everything is just, you have to have it now. The retail agent can't wait for me to send something up to my carrier and wait for a quote to come back, or to log into multiple systems. With the round trip, we have been able to accomplish with a few key carriers that we're able to access web services. I'm able to, initially, the data starts with the retail agent. I'm able to use tools to extract the data, automatically import it into our system. It's alleviating somebody typing data we already have, data that the retail agent has already keyed in. The next step is the rating. Today's world, my underwriters are logging into multiple websites that the carriers have developed just to get a rate. They're keying it in multiple times, as well as going back to the management system. We've been able to accomplish tying our management system into web services, accessing the rates, electronic underwriting guides, and within fractions of a second just to produce a quote and return it. The next step is hopefully with the BPI virtual policy issuance system, the data's there.
Yeah.
The policy is just a formality. Now all we have to do is hit the button and push it to produce the pretty picture on the end. And based on that, it's returning the electronic data to the carrier. They have the data as well as we have the policy format for the insured and for the retail agent. Also, on top of that, we've been able to test, we need to return this data. The agent does not want to rekey it back in. So based on the data we have and some help from a third-party vendor, he's been able to take the data we can give him in an XML, automated behind the scenes based on a policy becoming a bound policy. He takes it and he translates it into the AL3 Accord standard and imports it directly, whether it's the agent chooses to do it as they receive it or it's a batch process in the evening. They're able to import the policy number, premium, policy information back into their systems.
Yeah, this is great stuff, and you know, we really appreciate all the time you're putting in to lead these groups and be part of these proof of concepts, and there's so much potential over the next year for us to continue to move these issues forward. So Tammy, thank you very much for your time today. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you, Jeff.